4, 3, 2, 1. Attention. Go. Looked like the MIT crew still had a blade moving before the start, but no false start. It's off. And we're going along. We have in the Stanford boat 40.5. In the Radcliffe boat, a little bit lower. And it looks like Wisconsin out in front by a little bit. Radcliffe and Stanford about even. Wisconsin out by maybe a couple seats with MIT back about a length on the field, about 250 meters into the race. Crew's settling in now. The headwind's picked up a little bit here as we move down the course a little bit stiffer than we were expecting, I think. Wisconsin boat's out in front at 36.5. Stanford and Radcliffe in a pretty tight duel behind him. Looks like Radcliffe might be 4 or 5 seats down. Stanford about the same, maybe even a little less. They're starting to walk. Stanford and Radcliffe are starting to walk back into the Wisconsin crew here as we come up on the 500-meter mark. Pretty good race here, real good race here. We're all 3 boats right next to each other. Looks like Wisconsin out over Stanford by about 3 seats at the 500. Stanford about 2 seats over Radcliffe, and open water back to MIT as we came through the 500 about 145. All the crew's settling in now. Yeah, it looks like now Radcliffe's up on Stanford for sure by about 2 seats, about 2-3 seats back from Wisconsin, and moving along here. Yeah, you can see the bow number in between the Wisconsin bow and 2-seat out ahead of Stanford. Stanford kind of falling back a little bit here. Looks like they're about 4 seats back, 5 seats back on Radcliffe. Radcliffe still about 2 seats down on Wisconsin in a real tight race here. Great race. Wisconsin at about 33. Radcliffe 34, Stanford higher, about 35.5. Yeah, still a great race. Looks like Wisconsin took a little bit of a move, maybe pushed out, not much, maybe half a seat, maybe a seat. All boats really holding here pretty tight. Very close race between Radcliffe and Wisconsin, who are right next to each other. A bit of an advantage there. I think Stanford really can't see the mix as much. Coming up on the 1,000-meter mark here. Real tight race. Definitely going to be decided who's got more in the second 1,000 here. And we're coming over, and it looks like Radcliffe now almost has a length on Stanford. Almost, probably 7 seats. Same margin between Wisconsin and Radcliffe, though, about 2 seats. Very tight as we come through the 1,000-meter mark. Wisconsin through first, Radcliffe right behind him, about 340 to that, and they're coming through the bridge now. Wisconsin looks to be trying to make a push. Really great race, really tight race. Yeah, it looks like Wisconsin pushed a little bit. The Radcliffe bow now on Stanford's 2-seat. Or excuse me, on Wisconsin's 2-seat. Stanford bow on the Radcliffe 7-seat. And Radcliffe's starting to push now. Oh, they're pushing now. Looks like the rate came up a little bit. Oh yeah, they're moving in, trying to walk in on that Wisconsin crew. Wisconsin responding. Very tight, but Radcliffe's moving. A little bit, not much, but they're moving. Stanford's still back. A great race. 2 seats still between Wisconsin and Radcliffe, and Stanford's coming back into the mix a little bit. about 6 seats down. Great race. MIT's about 2.5 lengths back on the field. Really great. It's gonna be a hell of a finish here. We're coming up on the MIT Boathouse. Radcliffe pulled even. Radcliffe pulling ahead. Radcliffe pulling ahead here at the MIT Boathouse, pulling ahead of Wisconsin with a big move. Really big move. Radcliffe out ahead now by 2 seats. Stanford moving up on Wisconsin as well. Radcliffe with a big move there and took 5 seats in about 10 strokes. Coming to the 500 at 5:34. It's Radcliffe by about three or 4 seats in Wisconsin, right behind, with Stanford's bow right on the Wisconsin stroke seat, and Radcliffe is moving. It's still tight though. Wisconsin has responded, but Radcliffe's out by about 3 seats. It's going to be a great finish. Phenomenal fight between these two crews. Stanford's still in there. They have overlap with the Wisconsin crew. Open seat, one seat open to the Radcliffe crew. We're coming up here on about 300 meters to go, and Radcliffe is pushing out now. Radcliffe making a move. 4 seats, 5 seats. Radcliffe is going. Oh wow, Radcliffe making a big push here in the final 500. And Wisconsin responding again. Wisconsin going with them, and it's going. But Radcliffe by 5-6 seats now. Radcliffe's still moving. Stanford right on the stern of Wisconsin. Wisconsin's bow number now on the Radcliffe stroke seat. Radcliffe is really making a move here. Phenomenal move by them. Radcliffe at 35.5, 36. Wisconsin 34.5, and Radcliffe now pushing to open water. Radcliffe now has open water on Wisconsin with about 100 meters to go. Oh, phenomenal race. Wow. So right now as we come up to the finish, it's Radcliffe by a length to Wisconsin, who has a length on Stanford, who has about 4 lengths to open on MIT. And as we come through the line, you have Radcliffe and the flag is down. Radcliffe 7:33, Wisconsin 7:37, Stanford 7:42. MIT still coming to the line. Phenomenal race, very tight the whole way. Radcliffe really pushed in the last 500, made a huge move at the 500. Really phenomenal. MIT crew pushing hard here through the final stretch. Almost to the line, 3-4 strokes to go. And MIT comes through at 8:12. Phenomenal race here in the junior varsity, win for the Radcliffe crew.